Hey there, Jason here with another movie review. Today I'll be talking about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the newest film in the Planet of the Apes franchise. But before I get started, as always, I will be talking a few spoilers, so if you haven't seen Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes yet and you don't want it spoiled for you, stop the video, go check it out, then come on back and we can talk about it. But now that we're past the spoiler warning, let's dive in, shall we? Now, I really enjoyed the previous three films in the Planet of the Apes franchise. I'm talking Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and War for the Planet of the Apes. And those are certainly going to be a tough act to follow. And while Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes does a admirable job trying to follow in the footsteps of Caesar's legacy, at times to me it just kind of falls flat. Now, the biggest highlight of the film is, of course, the performances. You have several actors trying to portray realistic apes with humanistic tendencies, and they really get into it. And you can really tell that these actors are having just a blast portraying these apes and really giving their all and putting everything into it, especially Kevin Durand as Proximus Caesar. He's such a compelling character to begin with, and the way Kevin Durand plays him is so interesting and compelling, and just a little bit of menace, a little bit of wonder and bewilderment, but also just utterly terrifying when he needs to be. It's a truly fascinating character and certainly worthy of the performance in the previous three films that Andy Serkis gave as Caesar. And of course, the main character of the film is Noah. And while Owen Teague does a fantastic job portraying the character, I feel like he's not as compelling or interesting as Caesar was. And I know he's meant to be more of a straightforward protagonist this time around instead of the complex and complicated character that Caesar was. But if you're going to continue this franchise and follow it through the eyes of Noah, it's going to be a little rough. I feel like unless there's some further growth that happens in the other two films, I mean, certainly there is some growth, and it is interesting to see Noah's very narrow view kind of shift and almost like the world kind of falling apart around him when he discovers the truth about the apes and the humans. But other than that, he's just not really interesting or compelling to me. Now, my absolute favorite character in this movie was Raka, portrayed by Peter Macon. He did a fantastic job with this optimism and trying really hard to carry on the true teachings of Caesar. And it's just a shame that he was killed off so soon, and that was kind of a sour thing for me. I mean, you got my favorite character in the movie, and he's just taken so quickly, and almost like without any real fanfare, and it's just a huge disappointment in my eyes. And of course, you have Freya Allen as the human character May. She plays it kind of quiet, and also she doesn't quite know whether she can trust the apes, and that's even further represented towards the end of the film, where even after going on this journey with Noah, she's still got a gun behind her back, like ready to strike because she thinks he's gonna try to attack her. Such an interesting character, but unfortunately it's kind of undercut by that twist ending. Now, everything else in this film is pretty great. The visuals are fantastic. The effects on the creatures are pretty great. There are so many Easter eggs and nods to the original film and previous films in the franchise. And just there's a lot going for it. It feels like we're getting closer and closer to the original movie, but maybe not as close as we thought. Now, I know they were trying to top the twist ending of the original film, and we're led to believe throughout this entire movie that the only humans left on Earth are unintelligent and dumb, like they're mute, and they've kind of regressed to this animalistic state. But of course, we find out in the film's final moments that there are these underground colonies of intelligent humans left over, and it just feels like it's more sequel baiting. It's like we're going to keep this franchise going for another 15, 20 films. And while that's all well and good, it just felt like a little bit of a cheat to me. You're going to tell me that May is the only intelligent human left on Earth and then pull the rug right out from under us in the end. It was just a little disappointing to me, and it just kind of left me a little frustrated, because as good as this movie was, as interesting as it would have been to just have her be the last intelligent human so that when she died off, you'd be right where you started with the original film, you're going to come up with a twist that'll just keep things going and going and going. And I mean, I love Planet of the Apes, but at some point you've got to start to hook things into the original movie and just let things go from there. Overall, I thought Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was okay. There were a few disappointing moments to me, like the death of Raka and that twist ending. The visuals are great. The performances are fantastic. Some of the characterizations are a bit uninteresting, but as a whole, I really wasn't as into this movie as I was the previous 3 films, and to me that's kind of a letdown. But that is just my opinion. Let me know what you thought of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes down in the comments. Did you like it better than I did? Who was your favorite character? I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. You want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get updates on all my future videos. You can also follow my social media pages. Links down in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.